Hi traders, Sam here and welcome to my signature series, Custom Add-ons for NinjaTrader. Now if you've navigated to this video, there's a high chance you're a fan of the work of wd-Gann, often touted as one of the most successful traders of all time. And if you know Gann's work, you'll have heard of a Gann-Fan, a tool you'll find in most professional trading platforms today. Although the one I'm about to show you today is a complete one of a kind, and one that has the ability to take your usage of this already powerful tool to a complete other level. And that's because it has 5 custom next-gen features for intraday trading. Features I can promise will deliver speed, convenience, a means to store signature recurring gradients, and last of all, a means to explore deep geometric harmonies in the market. So down to the fine detail, the first thing I would say about this signature Gann-Fan is does everything that you would need and want a traditional Gann-Fan to do, but then it has these 3 handy user features which display on every chart. First, on-screen arrows for directional control of your fan. Second, this on-screen points per bar window panel, which means you bypass the mouse-thirsty work of going into the properties panel every time you want to make a change. This third on-screen feature is this panel over here. Now I affectionately call it a locker room storage area for those points per bar choices you might make over and over in your analysis. This is a big user feature for me in my personal trading, honoring the idea that I see the market influenced by signature gradients that repeat over and over. So rather than retype in those recurring points per bar choices every time, I create a label for the exercise and retrieve them with one click. The point I'm really trying to make here with this example is to show you how this feature works so that you can record your own signature gradients if you see that repeating. So there's a user feature to help catalog and track that phenomena. The fourth feature of my signature Gann-Fan intraday tool is perhaps the most distinctive and breakthrough. I like to call it the templating and mirroring feature. To demonstrate it, let's start with how you're probably using a Gann-Fan at the moment. Okay, so you're trading intraday. You've got a Gann-Fan in use, say, and you're working off a 60-minute chart. You've launched a Gann-Fan and you're going through the steps to place that fan according to your Gann protocols or other methodology. And if you do that by rights, you're going to get a series of channels, supports and resistances to work with, and if you know how to read that, it all starts to give price movement a context, which is helpful and meaningful. So if you're happy with your fan and the placement of it, but you're an intraday trader, typically you're going to want to have a closer look at that. And so you head on over to the 5-minute chart, but immediately we strike a problem. The points per bar result on the 60-minute chart will not reproduce the same angles on the 5-minute. You need to replot it for them to marry up, and that requires some quick math. So those days are over, because I've designed a tool that does away with all that and replicates the symmetry in your intraday timeframes right from a day chart. So, one master symmetry in place for the fan across all intraday charts. I'll say that again. One master symmetry in place for the fan across all intraday charts. The points per bar reference on one time chart syncs an immediate outcome for another time frame. Suddenly, no need to recalculate every time you choose a new intraday time frame. At extreme usage, this means you can take your analysis from, say, the day chart, or in the case of FX, the 4-hour chart, which is often called the mini day chart, and you have the same fan replicated right down on the 1-minute or the 5-minute chart if you wanted, with no loss of accuracy, no distortion of your gradients, something which can certainly occur when you free-range draw trend lines from both ends of the spectrum. And let's face it, I think we're tapping into what is the true art of intraday trading here, taking your read from the big picture and then executing on the smaller close-up timeframes. So feature number 5 helps with the accuracy of trendline draws when you're constructing them across multiple intraday timeframes. Simply click off the Gann angles and use the fan's central arm to faithfully reconstruct trend lines without line skew, without line MIA, or without compression shifts, which can really throw the accuracy of a line draw out the longer the line tracks forward in time, and a real pain if you rely on line break information across one or more time frames. The templating feature also addresses the situation where you'll draw a trend line on one time frame and have it reach a viewing saturation point on another, simply because one time frame is far more summarized than another. Be sure to check out the other tools in my signature series, Custom Add-ons for NinjaTrader.